Before Randy gets here, we'll have Jennifer ask her to give us a briefing because she talked to the family. We can find out what is exactly going on here and what we can expect in this case. We can make sure that our plan of attack, per se, of our investigation is in line with what they're experiencing. Jennifer, why don't you go ahead and fill us in on what your communication was with the family?
Got a call actually from the wife about activity they were having in the house. Both the girls had activity, as well as the son who's moved out.
Jennifer, does there seem to be a concern from the family? Are they fearful of this thing that's in their house, or are they just more curious as to wanting to know answers?
They don't seem to be afraid at all. In fact, they're quite interested in the activity that's going on in the house. And when I spoke with the mother, she's super positive about everything. Everybody's on board, so at least we're not dealing with something fearful.
That's good that they're not fearful. It should make it easier for us to conduct the investigation. It's always good when we have a family that's, open to this, can understand it, wants to know answers. It makes our job a whole lot easier.
Well, I can't wait to meet them. Let's go.
And there's a connection between some of the family members and the spirits, that there's some activity going on there.
When you say connection, what do you mean by connection?
Well, I believe, and Jennifer also felt the same way, that there's a child spirit, not necessarily real young, but that there's a connection between the children there.
It's strange that they're attracted to children. Do you think it's a matter of their energy, or do you think the children may be gifted?
I think that the daughter may be gifted just based on what her mother has said. We'll be able to tell more about that when we actually meet her.
Right.
But it did seem as though she was pretty open to it and that she was attracting the spirits.
Okay, tell me, what was your first experience here in the house that was a little bit unusual?
It was like 6 in the morning, and I was getting breakfast, and I went upstairs, and I saw it was about like this tall, a figure walking into my room.
What do you remember feeling when you saw that figure?
I was a little freaked out, but I still had to go back upstairs.
And have you had any other experiences?
Yeah, but it wasn't as clear. I was getting cereal, and in this room right over here, I just saw a figure out of the corner of my eye.
Okay. And Levi, are you living in the house now?
No, I moved out about 2 years ago.
Okay.
I want to say.
So tell me about, I know you were the first one to have an experience here, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that one room that your sister's now in, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So tell me about that experience for you. How did it happen?
Sleeping. That's probably my junior year of high school, I think. And woke up in the middle of the night, saw this black figure sitting at the end of my bed. I thought it was my mom waking me up for school, because she did every morning. And I blinked a few times and it was gone. And I was like, what time is it? Because I thought it was my mom. It was like 3 in the morning. I know I was here home alone one summer, probably same year, junior year, high school, and I was down here making food for lunch, and my door upstairs slammed by itself. No windows were open, nothing like that. So there's no airflow going through the rooms.
Did you go to investigate?
Kind of.
A little bit.
I went upstairs and was like, holy crap.
So that was when you moved out of that room, right?
Yes, and I started sleeping down here, in this room.
Have you had any experiences in this room?
2. I've had 2 in here. One night, they were on vacation, I was house sitting for the dogs, and I was laying here watching TV, lights on and everything, and getting ready for bed, go to work. Turned off everything, TV, lights, and left that light on, right over there, at night. Laid down, shut my eyes, and you heard the switch go off by itself, and the light turned off.
What did you do?
Turned it on. I was like, I didn't know if it was real, and I'm like, there's no way, I just heard that, and it switched off. But it did. I've seen orbital lights back here, and one actually hit me, and right when it hit me, like it flew right in front of me, it seemed like it went this way. Right when it hit me, I got depressed. Like I just felt super sad.
And how long have you guys lived here in this home?
17 years. 17 years. Approximately 17 years.
Can you tell me, when did the activity begin for you? What's the first thing that you remember?
The first thing I remember specifically was when we were bringing groceries in. We had just gotten back from grocery shopping, and I was unloading, taking it all out of the bags in the kitchen, and in our bedroom, our TV had turned on very loudly and it was white noise, and I kind of yelled, "Kids, you need to turn that down and turn the channel." Nothing happened, so I went in there and nobody was in there. You know?
Well, I mean, I had something happen when my daughter was smaller.
Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, I was in the other room watching TV, and she was just starting to walk. I was watching music videos, and all I remember, all of a sudden, I just sort of like froze up. Started to see something come out of the TV that was black.
Oh yeah.
I
forgot.
the microwave was up against that wall, but I remember seeing a loaf of bread actually go along.
Wow.
You know, that happened. We've had stuff get knocked over before, like in
You've
our
had
bathroom.
pennies fall
Yeah.
from things.
Yeah, in the middle of the night when I'm walking around. So, I mean, there's just numerous little things.
And I feel like we're crazy sometimes
They're not
because
crazy.
people think
No.
we're...
These things are real. Our later formed EVP mediums with the mission to let people know you're not crazy. These things are real. You know, we've formed
A lot of EVPs, just before we would hear the EVP, would be preceded by a knocking noise, as if someone took their hand and knocked on a wall, or a puncture noise. Why this is, I don't know. We've done some research and read a lot on the internet. There are many other teams that have reported the same thing, is that EVPs are often preceded by a knocking noise.
You're going to see, as you watch this presentation, that we got the same name more than once, although sometimes it was David, sometimes it was Dave. We think Dave is our Dave, and David is a spirit that's introduced in the first session.
Years later formed EVP mediums with the mission to let people know you're not crazy. These things are real. You know, we've formed a lot of opinions, you know, over the years of investigations. And that's a lot of opinions, you know, over the years of investigations. And that's what we're hoping to do for you, is help you to find out, determine what's here. As far as baseline right now, we are getting absolutely no hits on either meter, on either range. Detection. Anywhere. Alright, picking up on close range proximity. Okay, but that's normal. Okay, this is your room over here?
My daughter's, my 15-year-old daughter's.
15-year-old?
And it used to be my
Son's?
son's.
Okay, so this is where the majority of activity.
Well, I mean, he doesn't, he freaks him out. He don't like to be in there. But it doesn't bother Evie. She's fine. She doesn't care. She doesn't seem to care.
Okay, we're getting again no EMF whatsoever, not even a flicker. So it'll be interesting to see if, based on this and the initial sweep, if we do get a response suddenly, then it would be out of the normal range.
What is your name?
It almost sounded like David. David? Is your name David? David, maybe I should ask instead of how old you are you an adult or a child? I understand. That's the age. Can you tell me your age?
Why did you come to me?
Okay, so let's try your name again. This is a different technology. It might be easier for you. Did I hear David?
Here.
Okay. So we did understand David. David, can you... How many spirits in all are here? I get 10?
10 to 15. Yeah.
The dog? So it's obvious that the spirits know what's going on in this family, because when I ask them what the dog's name is, they say it's Penelope. Evie gets that right away. I did not know the dog's name, so it's a good thing Evie was there. As you keep listening, you'll hear them talk about us filming. They know we're filming, and they seem upset about it. They want us to stop filming. Why would that be? Can you tell me the dog's name? The dog's name? Look.
Yeah. Because you let me. And it's fine.
Evie doesn't seem to be very upset or concerned about the activity that's going on in the house, which as a medium concerns me a little bit. She might possibly be a sensitive herself, and therefore it's really not scary to her, and that might be interpreted by the spirits as an invitation. And we all really caution people to be careful when you invite spirits into your house when you really don't know what type of spirit it is.
Because you let me. And it's fine.
Did you used to come to Levi also?
We noticed when reviewing the tapes that when Joyce asked the question, do you come to Levi at night, there was a completely different feeling in the room. And then we got an EVP that was a much darker voice, completely different than some of the others that we'd gotten, which kind of validates the feeling that I had earlier about something dark in the closet.
Did you used to come to Levi also? All right, well, thank you for talking to us. This exchange with the spirits is a little troubling because the family did have an outdoor cat that did get sick, and they did have to put it down. All right, well, thank you for talking to us.
There's not short in the wire. Is that plugged in? Mm-hmm. It keeps shutting off. Drawing on the energy.
Yeah, it probably is actually.
For every investigation, we diligently go through all of our equipment and make sure that the batteries are at full charge. I personally made sure those batteries were charged, so it was a bit troubling to me when we were doing the session that Shelley was having trouble, only to find out that the batteries were drained. It's kind of an unusual situation unless there's some paranormal activity draining them. Just drain our battery for us. Is there anything you want to tell Levi why you were here? I get this feeling that you watch this room from that closet area.
said, I just like to watch you sleeping.
We're in the room that Levi was in when he was just a little guy. Did you watch over him in here too?
Light bulb.
Light bulb. Is your name David? How do you feel about this family?
That's another one.
How's it going?
How many of you are in the room?
Is my grandma here?
What was her name?
Chloe.
Chloe.
Is it Chloe?
Yeah. Chloe, are you here?
Flo, is there anything you want to tell the family?
I'm with them.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like I'm with them.
Tell Jean something. Tell Jean there's a picture.
Light.
That she's gone to the light. Tell Jean that she's gone to the light.
Stop.
Put the name Herb here, and it's really interesting because Herb is Chloe's husband, Jean's dad.
Levi, you want to say anything to your grandma? She's listening.
Ask her a question.
She said that's very sweet. I think that's very sweet.
Chloe, are you still with us? Why don't you speak up? Are you letting everybody else talk for you?
We're here to try to help you out here, but you need to talk to us, communicate with us. Do you remember your grandmother? Chloe? Chloe?
Yeah.
Chloe.
Yeah, we called her Chloe.
Alright. Chloe, would you like to say anything to Evie? We picked up on your grandmother.
This is Chloe.
Chloe?
My friend sleeps there all the time, and then there's Chloe that sleeps downstairs.
Well, we got Chloe too. Can you tell me what the attraction is to the children in this family?
What? Yeah, that's the one. Light bulb here.
Light bulb blown here.
Light bulb blown here. Did you guys blow the light somewhere?
They did last night. Somebody did.
Who blew the light bulb last night? David, are you here? Christmas. Are you talking about the Christmas tree upstairs? David, do you like the Christmas tree? You hear how that'll happen when I start talking to trees? They're fake. Yeah, they are fake trees, that's true.
Right.
Hi. Go ahead. Chloe, are you here, honey?
I am here. It was very clear.
Mom, do you want to talk to us?
get to see Evie at the state track meet, Chloe?
Yeah.
She would say it like that too. Yeah.
Great. If there's someone here who wants to communicate, I need you to say a validation for me that I know that you're understanding me. Say Cedar Point. So say it again. Say Cedar Point. Thank you, Cedar Point. For those of you that have been following EVP mediums, you know that we use a lot of validating questions. We do this for several reasons. One, critics say that ITC or EVP is nothing more than a radio background clutter. And two, we want to know that the spirits are intelligent and are actually understanding and wanting to communicate with us. When they can repeat a word back to us that we ask them, then we know that we're not dealing with residual haunting. So say it again. Say Cedar Point. Thank you, Cedar Point.
Levi, why don't you try to Grandma, because she did good with you.
Grandma, are you there?
He could have gone. There it goes again. He could have gone twice.
I'm on the light. Who is this? Mom, are you here? Yes.
That you would beckon them home into your light and into the joy of the Lord. We ask any spirit that has desired to go into the light and maybe not been able to as the light opens, cross in to that light where you'll be back at home with the Father, where the Scripture declares there is joy and peace forevermore.
Right, on the Finley case, I thought we got a lot of really good evidence. There's quite a bit of evidence to me that was strong as far as we were getting direct two-way communication. I mean, they were actually replying and responding, but there were so many stories, and what the viewers will never know, there's some information that we did not put in our presentation because of the family. Some of the information that was there, but what was really, I think, neat was during the review process. What was your thoughts?
Well, this is the first case that we've had that I've gotten to see the final product with the family there.
Yeah.
And so some of the things that made no sense to us and we couldn't connect at all, you know, the mom and dad, they had a story that it kicked off in their mind. They knew what was being said, what was being referenced. We would have never known that.
Just like the, which we did not put in the final piece, but was making reference to, Gene find the picture. And then Gene saying that there was a picture that he actually took of his dad, and there appeared to be the image of his mother in there. And that made total sense why she would say that in EVP communication. This is me, you were not seeing things. I thought that was really cool.
Well, and that isn't even something that we would ask the homeowners about because it doesn't, it doesn't relate to anything and it seems to be out of context. But as soon as he heard that, he knew exactly what was being referenced.
Right.
It was kind of neat to get together with them and go over it. I mean, after already thinking that Evie was a sensitive and then starting to communicate with Gene and find out a little bit more, there might be more than just Evie as a sensitive. It might come all the way from Gene to Evie to Levi.
Right. Maybe in the bloodline. And I think you're right. It looks like the three of them may have some gifts that they're not aware of or don't know how to control. Mm-hmm. And that would attract the spirits. It was a really good case. I'm glad that we were able to help the family, and I think, the guidance that we gave them, the recommendations, I think they took to heart, and I think they're going to be okay. I really do.
Yeah, I think we gave them everything they need, and now it's up to them.
Well, like everything, it's free will. You pick the direction you go. So as long as you have good information, you can make a good decision.
And it was really nice having Jennifer Outwater with us on this, and she was with us for 3 investigations, and she left directly after this one. I'd like to do a shout out to Jennifer. Jennifer, we miss you and we love you, and thanks so much for coming all the way in from Italy to spend a week with us. It really means a lot to us.